Well, the car of the future took flight today. The X2 flying car, there it is, took off in an unmanned test flight in Dubai. It's a two-seater, electric, and has vertical takeoff and landing like a chopper.
The future of transportation took a major step forward today as the X2 flying car made its first unmanned test flight in Dubai. This two-seater, fully electric vehicle boasts vertical takeoff and landing capabilities similar to a helicopter. The X2 is being hailed as a key milestone in the evolution of flying cars. Just as people once questioned the Wright brothers' airplane, the idea of flying cars seemed far-fetched. But now, China has unveiled its first flying car, and it could change how we think about travel. China releases first 4,999 flying car that changes everything. This innovative vehicle can both drive on roads and soar through the air, marking a significant leap in the future of transportation. Number 4. The Xpeng X2 flying car. The X2 can stay airborne for 25 minutes, reaching speeds of up to 80 miles per hour. But the big question is, how practical is it today? How will it reshape our cities? And what hurdles will it face? In this exploration, we'll look into how the flying car could revolutionize transportation, disrupt the automotive industry, and become a regular part of our daily routines, much like airplanes are now. The flying Xpeng X2. This prototype is a glimpse into the future of personal flight. After dominating the electric car market, Chinese companies are now leading the charge in electric flying vehicles. China is moving forward into the future of transportation with AeroHT, a company connected to Xpeng, which successfully launched its flying car, the X2, at Beijing Daxing International Airport. This flight, part of the China Langfang International Economic and Trade Fair, demonstrates China's growing focus on the low-altitude economy. We'll delve into the low-altitude economy in more detail shortly, but for now, let's focus on the X2 and why it's making such an impact.
And it looks freaking sick. I mean, look at those headlights, super aggressive.
The Xpeng X2 feels like something out of a sci-fi film, but it's real, and it's ready for the skies. Developed by Xpeng AeroHT, this is the 5th generation of flying cars, and it looks as futuristic as it sounds. With its sleek teardrop shape and fully enclosed cockpit, the X2 is built for superior aerodynamics and excellent in-flight performance. But there's more to it. The X2's carbon fiber body makes it light, enabling it to glide effortlessly through the air. And with zero carbon emissions, it's eco-friendly, offering an environmentally conscious alternative to traditional forms of travel. Imagine making a quick trip across town for an emergency or taking a scenic flight, all without contributing to air pollution. The Xpeng X2 offers 2 driving modes, manual for those who want to control the flight, and autonomous for an easy, hands-off experience with just the push of a button. This high-tech vehicle even impressed officials in Dubai during its first public flight, passing rigorous safety assessments and risk evaluations. This is a major accomplishment, not only for Xpeng, but also for China as it enters the race for autonomous, environmentally friendly air travel. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or simply fed up with traffic, the Xpeng X2 offers a glimpse into the future of travel. With plans to launch the X2 commercially soon, AeroHT is preparing to begin taking orders by the end of this year. Although the price remains undisclosed, anticipation is building, especially considering that the company has been working on flying cars since 2013, setting up research centers across China, and even completing its first public flight in Dubai in 2022. The Xpeng X2's debut in Dubai was a historic moment. Now, in the research phase, the company is gradually moving toward the international market. After securing a special flying permit from the Dubai Civil Aviation Authority, DCAA, and completing a comprehensive risk assessment, the X2 took flight for the first time before an audience of over 150 distinguished guests. This included officials from the Chinese consulate, the Dubai International Chamber of Commerce, and other key figures from Dubai's economy and tourism sectors. The event, held at Skydive Dubai with the iconic palm in the background, showcased this groundbreaking vehicle in a stunning setting. Brian Gu, vice chairman and president of Xpeng, highlighted the significance of this moment. praising Dubai's reputation as a city of innovation, making it the perfect location for this milestone. The Dubai International Chamber of Commerce has been an essential supporter of the project from the beginning, with acting President Hassan al-Hashimi emphasizing how the X2 reflects ambition, innovation, and a bold vision for the future of mobility. This flight represents more than just a technological achievement. It marks the start of a new era that will redefine how we view transportation over the next 50 years. As flying cars like the XPeng X2 take to the air, they will play a central role in the rapidly expanding low-altitude economy. The question remains, how practical are these vehicles? Let's dive into that now. Number 3. The low-altitude economy. In China, the low-altitude economy involves businesses and activities that operate below 3,000 meters, including flying cars, drones for delivery, emergency services, tourism, and commuting. This sector is expanding rapidly with government support and is projected to be worth over 1 trillion yuan, roughly 138 billion USD, by 2026. Already, over 26 provinces in China are planning to integrate these technologies into everyday life. However, challenges such as underdeveloped infrastructure and the lack of standardized regulations are slowing progress. Companies like XPeng, Geely's Aerofugia, and Ahong are working to address these issues, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and positioning China to lead a transportation revolution.
1 kilometer in the air is pretty scary.
If successful, this sector could completely alter how we think about getting from point A to point B, with flying cars becoming an everyday reality. To better understand the practicality of flying cars, it's helpful to look at the rapid development of drone technology. A recent example illustrates just how far this technology has come. A white drone launched from a platform off the coast of Shanghai, carrying a load of fresh seafood. What would have once taken an overnight ferry now takes just 3 hours, thanks to low-altitude drone flights. This breakthrough not only keeps the seafood fresh, but also provides a glimpse into the real-world applications of low-altitude aviation. Drones in China, ranging from personal models to large industrial ones, are driving significant change. They're increasingly handling a variety of tasks, from transporting goods to ferrying passengers, and are helping to develop what's known as the low-altitude economy. For businesses that depend on high-quality products like restaurants, this is a game-changer. The drone delivery service mentioned above is just one small piece of a nearly $100 billion industry gaining momentum in China. The central government's backing of the low-altitude economy is paving the way for major advancements in aviation technology, especially for commercial flights operating below 1,000 meters. With traditional industries such as real estate facing struggles, China is betting on this new sector to drive consumer spending. The practicality of flying cars has been a topic of debate for years. However, low-altitude drones and small aircraft are proving their real-world value by solving logistical challenges. These vehicles excel at tasks like reducing the time needed to transport fresh seafood, delivering critical supplies to remote areas, and even transporting medical goods. For example, China's aviation regulators have recently relaxed airspace restrictions, allowing smaller drones to operate more freely below 300 meters. This change has led to a surge in drone use for various tasks, including crop spraying and even wedding photography. The expanding role of drones in everyday tasks like these suggests that low-altitude aviation could indeed be the solution for those questioning the feasibility of flying cars. If drones and smaller aircraft can perform such duties, it's likely that flying cars could eventually revolutionize personal transportation.
All right, we got a good one today.
China's central government is fully invested in developing the low-altitude economy. This sector has grown to 506 billion yuan, marking an impressive growth rate of more than 30%. In 2021, the government recognized this sector as a top priority, and the results are already evident. The number of companies involved in low-altitude aviation has increased by 33% over the last 5 years, with the total revenue in the sector reaching 500 billion yuan, or approximately $70.8 billion, in 2023. By 2030, the sector is expected to expand to a staggering 2 trillion yuan. What drove this remarkable growth? One of the major factors has been the government's decision to ease regulations. As airspace restrictions continue to loosen, businesses are seizing new opportunities, such as offering drone sightseeing tours, helicopter shuttles, and leisure flights for city dwellers looking for a break from urban life. For example, a student named Kui Sitong recently took a flight in the same aircraft model featured in a popular Chinese TV show. She said the experience represented her taking control of her life after a breakup. These personal and cultural experiences illustrate the broader value the low-altitude economy is already providing. The rise of drones and small aircraft is about more than just convenience. It's also about sustainability. In rural areas, domestically produced drones are increasingly being used to spray crops with pesticides, an essential service in places where labor is limited. Some drone pilots are earning over 300,000 yuan per year, showing that this technology is not only boosting efficiency, but also creating new job opportunities. Additionally, China's shift toward electric aviation could allow the country to leap ahead of competitors and take the lead in this emerging field, similar to what it achieved with electric vehicles. The government is actively supporting this transition by developing a domestic supply chain for advanced aviation, covering everything from materials to automated flight software. With relaxed regulations, rising investments, and growing consumer interest, China's low-altitude aviation sector is poised for explosive growth. Whether it's transporting fresh seafood to restaurants, delivering essential medical supplies, or offering scenic tours, drones and small aircraft are proving their value every day. The practicality of low-altitude flights might be the key to settling the debate about flying cars. If these trends continue, it's possible that such innovations will soon be commonplace. As China advances electric flying vehicles and strengthens its supply chain, the low-altitude economy will become an even more significant driver of economic growth. With a projected revenue of 2 trillion yuan by 2030, it's clear that this is an industry just beginning to take off. Time for the fancy topic. In a groundbreaking move, China unveiled its first-ever flying car, priced at an astonishing $4,999, and it changes everything. This innovation, which promises to revolutionize transportation, was revealed at a high-profile ceremony attended by several key officials, including President Xi Jinping. The vehicle, which can take off and land vertically like a drone, is unlike anything seen before in the world of personal transport. The flying car, now officially named SkyDrive X5, has captivated the world with its sleek design and groundbreaking technology. The flying car, designed to be affordable for the average consumer, comes equipped with both traditional wheels and retractable wings, allowing it to transition between ground and air effortlessly. With a top speed of 150 miles per hour and a flight range of 200 miles on a single charge, it is poised to change the way people think about travel. What makes this vehicle even more remarkable is its cost, just $4,999, making it a potential game-changer in the market. Experts suggest that with this price tag, flying cars could soon be accessible to more than just the wealthy elite. It is expected to reduce traffic congestion, make long commutes faster, and offer a new level of convenience for city dwellers. While some are skeptical about the practicalities of mass production, the flying car has already generated immense excitement and anticipation. Could this vehicle pave the way for a new era of personal aviation? Will this new technology truly reshape the future of transportation? What will it take for flying cars to become mainstream? Could cities adjust to this new form of transportation without major disruptions? Let us know in the comments with the hashtag #FancyTopic. Number 2. The future of flying cars. Chinese companies are quickly advancing the development of electric vertical takeoff and landing eVTOL aircraft, often referred to as flying cars, which could revolutionize both passenger and cargo transport. These vehicles offer a more sustainable, cost-effective, and quieter alternative to traditional helicopters. The market for eVTOLs in China is expanding rapidly as the country focuses on nurturing its low-altitude economy. Because they have a smaller environmental footprint and lower operating costs, eVTOLs are set to become as common in daily transportation as conventional cars. Thanks to China's dominance in drone and battery technology, eVTOLs resemble large drones with cockpits, allowing them to efficiently cover short distances. The difference between helicopters and eVTOLs is similar to that between gasoline-powered cars and electric vehicles, explains Yue Tingting, vice president of Vertaxi, a leading Chinese eVTOL startup. This technological leap brings a wide range of new possibilities, surpassing the capabilities of traditional helicopters. eVTOLs are positioned to create a whole new transportation model, shifting the way people and goods move in the future. According to China Post Securities, these aircraft could offer 60% energy savings, reduce emissions by 90%, and generate 65% less noise compared to conventional fuel-powered helicopters. This makes them not only eco-friendly but also well-suited for urban environments, where noise and environmental issues are growing concerns. The tech-rich province of Guangdong, particularly Shenzhen, home to drone giant DJI, is leading the charge in this eVTOL revolution. Local governments are supporting the development of eVTOL technology through initiatives and test flights, making sure the infrastructure is ready for widespread adoption. This focus on reducing environmental impact while encouraging innovation demonstrates how eVTOLs could transform modern cities into cleaner, quieter places. One of the most exciting developments in the eVTOL field is Autoflight's Prosperity, which recently completed a cross-sea flight between Shenzhen and Zhuhai in just 20 minutes, a journey that would typically take 2 hours by car. With ticket prices around 300 yuan, much cheaper than traditional urban helicopter flights, this achievement highlights the potential for eVTOLs to become an affordable and accessible option for short-distance travel. Operating costs for eVTOLs are only 15% of what it costs to run helicopters, meaning they could eventually offer air transportation at prices comparable to today's ride-hailing services. This opens up the possibility of air taxis becoming as commonplace as calling an Uber, offering quicker, more efficient commutes and reducing dependence on congested roadways. EHang, a major player in the eVTOL space, made a significant breakthrough when it became the first company to receive an airworthiness certificate from China's aviation regulator for its two-passenger eVTOL. This certification marks a pivotal moment, confirming the safety and technical capabilities of EHang's aircraft. EHang, a global leader in urban air mobility technology, recently announced a successful pilotless flight of its eVTOL, paving the way for commercial operations. With over 1,200 pre-orders from international markets, EHang expects on-demand air taxis to become a common mode of transport within the next 5 years. The increasing demand for eVTOLs underscores their potential to transform urban mobility, offering a faster, quieter, and more environmentally friendly alternative to traditional ground transport. Despite this progress, challenges remain, particularly in battery technology and safety. Current eVTOL batteries need higher energy density to support longer, more complex flights, limiting the operational range of the aircraft. Additionally, safety concerns require extensive testing and development before eVTOLs can be rolled out on a large scale. Regulatory authorities are taking a cautious approach, with projections suggesting that the widespread commercial use of eVTOLs may not be realized until 2035. This timeline is intended to give enough room for technological advancements and the establishment of robust safety protocols, ensuring that the transition to autonomous electric flying vehicles is both secure and sustainable. Investors are showing strong faith in the eVTOL market, with more than 85% of China's investments in low-altitude aviation being directed towards these vehicles. The sector is seeing significant venture capital influx, with companies like Aerofugia and Volant Aerotech attracting substantial investments. Even major electric vehicle manufacturers in China are entering the race. XPeng Aeroti, a subsidiary of XPeng Motors, plans to begin mass production of eVTOLs by 2026 with a target price around 2 million yuan. To address the safety concerns surrounding eVTOLs, China's aviation authorities have outlined a careful, step-by-step development plan. This strategy starts with cargo flights in less populated suburban areas, allowing companies to build up flight hours and data before advancing to passenger transportation. By initiating operations in lower-risk environments, eVTOL companies can establish trust and reliability, gradually progressing to more complex urban operations. For example, Autoflight's Prosperity eVTOL completed a successful 70-kilometer cross-sea flight between Shenzhen and Zhuhai, showcasing the viability of cargo transport over longer distances. In a landmark achievement for the aviation industry, Autoflight recently completed a successful unmanned flight between two cities across bodies of water in southern China's Guangdong province. This methodical approach is crucial in ensuring that eVTOL technology is seen as safe and dependable before it enters high-density city environments for passenger use. Alongside this phase strategy, consumer adoption remains a significant challenge for eVTOL companies. While venture capital funding is flowing in, the market's long-term success will depend on building consumer interest and trust. Content creators, such as Jalele, play an important role in demystifying eVTOL technology and making the idea of personal flight more accessible to the public. By sharing his own experiences with eVTOL aircraft on social media, Z helps bridge the knowledge gap and generates excitement about the potential of this new mode of transport. His work, along with the efforts of other eVTOL advocates, is essential in transforming flying cars from a futuristic vision into a practical option for daily commuters. As the technology matures and safety records are established, public enthusiasm will be key to the long-term viability of the market. But there are ongoing discussions about whether China is truly innovative or simply borrowing ideas from others. The answers might surprise you. Number 1. True innovation or borrowed ideas. When the technology behind a revolutionary flying car, originally developed in Europe, was sold to a Chinese company, it highlighted an important point. The technology for a convertible flying car, first developed and successfully tested in Europe, was acquired by a Chinese firm. This shows that China is not just waiting to catch up in the flying car race, it's actively shaping the future of personal air transport. However, this development has raised questions about whether China is genuinely innovative or merely adopting existing technologies. Hebei Jiangxin Flying Car Technology Company, a Chinese firm located in Changzhou, recently secured exclusive rights to manufacture and use the Aircar, an innovative vehicle that transforms from a car to an aircraft in just over 2 minutes. Originally powered by a BMW engine and designed to run on standard fuel, the Aircar completed a successful 35-minute flight between two Slovakian airports in 2021, marking a major breakthrough in flying car technology. This acquisition is just one example of a broader trend. China is quickly emerging as a leader in the flying car industry, with companies like Autoflight and EHang making significant strides. Autoflight recently tested a passenger-carrying drone that successfully flew between Shenzhen and Zhuhai, a journey that typically takes 3 hours by car. The drone completed the trip in just 20 minutes, although it did not carry passengers. Meanwhile, EHang, a leader in electric vertical takeoff and landing eVTOL technology, received a safety certificate from China's aviation regulators for its flying taxis, which are expected to become a regular mode of transport within the next decade. These advancements underscore the scope of China's ambitions and the diverse approaches its companies are taking to shape the future of aviation. What sets China's flying car strategy apart is its all-encompassing approach. The country's aviation authorities have embraced a phased, safety-focused strategy that prioritizes cargo flights in less crowded areas before introducing passenger services in urban centers. This gradual approach allows companies to build a solid safety track record. Furthermore, local governments are offering strong support for test flights and technological development, particularly in areas like Guangdong, home to drone giant DJI. Shenzhen, often referred to as the drone capital of the world, is at the center of many of these groundbreaking developments. This strategic approach is complemented by a strong emphasis on making air travel cost-effective. Take, for example, Autoflight's eVTOL, which offers short-distance flights at prices similar to those of ride-hailing services, making flying more accessible to the general public. With operating costs just 15% of those associated with helicopters, eVTOLs have the potential to become a mainstream transportation option. They could provide affordable, efficient travel that avoids the traffic congestion commonly found on traditional roadways. This emphasis on cost and accessibility could be the key factor in making flying cars a regular part of our daily lives, similar to the way electric vehicles, EVs, became more commonplace over the last decade. While China's strides in flying car technology are certainly noteworthy, The fact that some of this innovation, such as the air car, originally comes from Europe prompts an interesting question. Is China merely buying its way to the top, or is it truly creating something new? The acquisition of the air car's manufacturing rights by Hebei Jiangshan means this vehicle will now be produced and operated in a specific region of China. Although the Slovakian-developed air car requires a runway to take off and land, unlike eVTOLs that can take off vertically, it still reflects China's broader ambition to integrate various flying technologies into its transportation infrastructure.
It's so beautiful.
Ahang, a rising player in the eVTOL market, has entered into a memorandum of understanding with Zishan Tourism to help develop the low-altitude ecosystem in China. Aviation consultant Steve Wright pointed out that China's rapid adoption of the air car could allow it to bypass some of the regulatory and infrastructure hurdles that have hindered flying car development in Western countries. Wright explains that in the West, long-established aviation regulations often struggle to accommodate new technologies, which can slow progress. By contrast, China, with fewer regulatory legacies to navigate, has the flexibility to adapt its regulations more swiftly, potentially giving it a competitive edge in the flying car race. This leads us to a larger question. Can China replicate the success it achieved with electric vehicles, where it now leads the global market in the flying car industry? While the purchase of foreign technology like the air car is a significant move, it doesn't diminish China's role in fostering an innovative environment in the flying car sector. The country's leadership in drone technology and battery production lays a strong foundation for the development of electric-powered flying vehicles. Moreover, its methodical, safety-first approach could position China to lead the global flying car market, just as it did with electric cars. Ultimately, whether the technology is homegrown or acquired, China's ability to integrate and scale flying car solutions has the potential to transform urban mobility in ways that few other nations are ready to match. As flying car technology continues to evolve, one thing is clear. China is not just a player in this revolution, it is actively shaping the future of personal air travel. Whether through its own innovations or by acquiring technologies like the air car, China is rapidly moving toward making flying cars a reality, transitioning them from a fantasy to something we may soon see in everyday life. Despite this rapid progress, there are still significant challenges to overcome, including issues related to infrastructure, regulation, and public acceptance. However, China's success with electric vehicles shows that once the country commits to dominating a market, it's likely to succeed. The innovation in flying cars won't be contained within China's borders. Just as Chinese technologies in fields like electric vehicles and 5G have spread worldwide, partnerships between Chinese firms and global companies will likely accelerate the adoption of eVTOLs and flying cars internationally. As Chinese companies develop more affordable and efficient flying vehicles, other countries may begin to incorporate these advancements into their urban transportation systems, fundamentally changing how people and goods move across the globe. With these advances, do you think the world is still far from realizing the futuristic visions seen in movies and books? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.
They came. On wooden ships they came. Across the Atlantic Ocean they came. They came to the west coast of Africa they came. On wooden ships, 400 years of blood, sweat, tears, piss and shit. But we survived. We survived the Atlantic Ocean, that watery grave. We survived 400 years. They came. Ghana, Senegal, Gambia, Nigeria, they came on wooden ships, but we survived 400 years of blood, sweat, tears, piss and shit. Free man, I sang songs of free man. My mother, chained to me, chained to them, I cried. cried because they took my brother. My brother, still sucking my mother's breast, my brother was fed to the sea. Oh, how I cried. My mother they whipped her because she cried about them whipping my father. She the slave, he the slave. Then I would arise at sun nearly rise, working away my life. No name, I knew no name. I the forgotten soul, whipped to live, whipped because I lived, whipped to death. They came. Ghana, Senegal, Gambia, Nigeria. They came on wooden ships. But we survived that watery grave, that Atlantic Ocean. My mother they whipped her because she cried about them whipping my father. She the slave, he the slave. Then I would arise at sun nearly rise, working away my life. No name, I knew no name. I the forgotten soul, whipped to live, whipped because I lived, whipped to death. Today I sing songs, redemption songs. Freeing mother, freeing father, I sing songs to be free. Freeing I the slave, I the slave. Give me this, give me that. Give me back me everything you got. Give me philosophy you carry to Greece. Thief, Homer, and Socrates. Give me historical masterpiece. Give me back my name. Give me back my calendar. Give me my books you thief from Alexandria. Give me my queen like Cleopatra. Me no want to hear about Queen Victoria. Give me my language I know so well. You mix up English confusing no hell. Give me back my maths you Pythagoras. Give me my symbols you thief from us. Give me this. Give me that. Give me back me everything you got. Give me diamond, give me gold. Give me back me rock and roll. Give me uranium, give me coal. Give me reggae, give me blues. Give me music that you confuse. No spiritual concept originated here. So who I praise? You shouldn't care. You say steal not, you thief my land, sex not, you rape my mother, keep the Sabbath. We work 7 days a week. You build a nation from the sweat of my back. Now you want come give me crack. Give me my herbs, let me make some tea. Give me back all my fruit tree. Give me the remedy that make blind see. Give me everything that you take from me. Give me this, give me that. Give me back me everything you got. Give me a space. I can run my own life. Respect is due. The time is now. No more turn cheek. This time when I bow. Yes. Good night. Good night. Well, this is a very elaborate settings here, I tell you. I never expect this at all. You know, usually you come here to see a stage, not even as a big stage, it's no. Very elaborate. I want to tell the brethren, give thanks, Alfonso. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And to think that you never pay for coming here, what a thing. Yes, that even make him more wonderful. So, we're there with you, and it's about liberation, and it's how we see ourselves as a people, especially African people. Because we lost with all the Marcus Garvey and the Patrice Lumumba and Kwame and Nkrumah and Haile Selassie. It come like the man they never did about the way we see black people are going, you know. How can a people be so traumatized that them start to love them traumatic experiences? Because we are defining ourselves through the colonizers still after so much years. How can we be so blind I mean, really. And we still embrace the different aspects of the European reality and take that reality for ours. Anytime a man can do that to you, or a group of people can make you see yourself through their eyes and believe that what you're seeing through their eyes is you, trust me, that is not brainwashing. Because if you did wash your brains, you'd realize it. We are traumatized as a people, no matter what we want to say. Whether we is religious, political, or anything, we're traumatized. A man like Marcus Garvey come tell you, if you have no confidence in yourself, you're twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you start. When we hear them words there, them words they should be written in a separate Bible from King James. Because all we are talking a year and a talk, you know. Me and King James are a friend. Because whole heap of where we are old fast, that's true. I feel them eyes will see true. What a day when the lion tell him one story. It's a different scenario you that say. Because we are talking about stories. Yes, the hunter killed the lion and said he was hunting is a game. But when the lion killed the hunter, you hear him is a beast and a savage. Well, I am one of them savage and one of them beasts, you know, yes. Because we're talking about love still, you know. Because love itself is the greatest love. But how can you say you love God that you cannot see? Yet still you cannot love who you can see. First, you have to love who you can see. Because who you can see is a manifestation of what you cannot see. You have to know that. So when we say love, we don't want to use it frivolously. Because in the coming forth by day, them say, to see the goodness in things, you have to see yourself in things. That's why Rasta come say, I and I. There was a time in Jamaica when you say I and I, people say you never go to school. What kind of foolishness is that? And whole heap of people still don't understand when the Rasta say I and I, what he really intend to show you. Because we go to school and we know say I is first person and you is second person. The Rasta say I no see no you because I is the I. So it's I and I. It's two first person, we're not second. So it's not because we just want to be stupid and smoke ganja and go like we are idiot. But there is a philosophy in I and I that is decided by the concepts that we hold fast to in Rastafari. So when we say I and I, all we are saying is that it's one. Because I is one. You ever hear some Rastaman say, Emperor Haile Selassie I the first? It no work that way there, you know, because it's really Emperor Haile Selassie I. Stop. But him add no the first. So you must know, say, he must see farther than where them a see it, and you a see it, and we a see it, and men a see it. Because him not see no men as more than one. Him see man and man. All them language there is language of a thinker, you know. It's not just frivolously attack. So when Rasta say man and man, him still a hold fast to the singular. Him not no plural. So the Rasta language not deal with plural. Because everything is one. Because when him say men is a different thing him a talk about, you know. A homosexuals him a talk about. Him say the men them. You know, say him gone way over there, so him now go over there. But when him say man and man, him say man in front of him and him say man. A Rasta come elevate the black woman to a level when him say queen. Before that she was chick. And a man say, boy, I'm just stick a beef. And that's why I put the woman. And Rasta come say, Empress. Empress him say, as a matter of fact, him call her as sister. And here him call her to daughter of Zion. And you know, you have some feminist woman not like here when you say them a daughter, you know. Them say, don't call me no daughter, I'm not a child. It's because them don't understand what the Rasta said. Him not talking about daughter as in fleshly called daughter. Him talking about the daughter of Zion. That is where I work with. So when the Rasta said daughter, don't feel no way like him a put you down to a little girl. Him a elevate you. That is the philosophy of Rastafari. We are whole heap of people that come go and like say, some little idiot. They might call man God. Then if man is not God, who? Tell me now. And when we say man, we don't want to go and like say we don't include woman, but we don't want to say woman because man still in a war. So we are work with man as a genetics that is man come from woman and it's not the other way around. We is not no clay and no ribs. And our African woman is not no ribs. The oldest fossil of any human being was found in Ethiopia. Her name is called Denkenesh, or in English, it's called Lucy. And they say it's 3.5 million years old. So we went hold fast to that until them find an older one. If you are a religious person, when you read the Bible, it tells you that Ethiopia, one of the rivers, flow from the land of, in the Eden, is Ethiopia named Gishan, that encompasses the whole land of Ethiopia. Who read that? Everybody in the Eden. Oh, so much Rasta we see that, they like, put up the man. Rasta, who never read, say, this Gishan river encompasses the whole land of Ethiopia. I think that the Bible make it sound like me I tell lie to the people that want to Rasta. What I deal with? So, religious people say that. The archaeologists and the anthropologists say the oldest fossil of any human being was found in Ethiopia. That means that the archaeologists and the religious person come together for that specific purpose. We say, well, this is that. We as Rasta agree with it until it can come to something else. Because we're not so fundamentalists that we hold on all stupidity too. Because you know, you have Rasta who hold on stupidity. Yeah, man, you have some man tell us, I said that's a choke, I plug my and cut it 13 times before it drop a ground. I don't say. And a lion crown him. You know why your man are singing them tune there? You never hear that? It's their bone from the Coptic church put on the crown for Haile Selassie head. That is what we know. That is reality. We don't know illusion. I make them put you in a certain illusion, like how them put you in an illusion with Christianity. Because Christianity is one of the most perverted thinking that has ever been placed on African people, to make African people throw away everything else what them did have in Africa and come say, well, this is the right thing. When we know, say, them thing they're just a peripheral African thinking. Peripheral, you know what peripheral mean? It depends on the side. It's an edge thing. It's not the total, sum total of anything. So when you hear some people that talk about Yoruba, people say, no, sir, no, Yoruba thing. When you hear them talk about voodoo, you mad? When they hear about Yoruba, they say, no, sir, I don't know Yoruba business. How them get to deny all of them African things there? And hold on upon a thing where the man are not a man. God put his son upon a cross and make some man crucify him only son. Crucify him only son, put him upon a cross. And then we have a little cross around my neck. this emblem of suffering and shame. I would like to know if they had put him in an electric chair. All right, you get the drift, you get the drift. You get the drift. I don't have to say no more. I am the man you love to hate. I used to sit down at the slums of Ghost Town and Trench Town, Bakawal. No clothes to hide my nakedness. Filth and mosquitoes, smelling, biting 400 years of black flesh, scarred by whips and sticks. I am the man, locks entangled in your nightmares of Medusas and Gorgons. Unkept religious belief that pierced the side of your Jesus in the sky. Your vinegar has turned to blood, your water to mud. Crucifix, choking on your life of neocolonialistic attitudes. Yes, I am the man that came in clouds of ganja smoke, choking you to death, yet not killing you. My eyes, seeing a black God, casting doubts in your mind about your unexposed spiritual being. Black shadows, casting clear pictures of an existence drowned by false concepts of reality. Black was beauty until I walked with my bare feet, touching your tarry pavement of sadistic heat. You would have accepted if only I came via Time magazines and Vogue. If only you were exposed to life beyond your middle class gate. Yes, I am the man you love to hate. Look, I am now your next door neighbor. You ask me if I have ever been to prison. Been to prison? Your world of murderers and thieves, of hatred and jealousy, of death. And you ask me if I have ever been to prison? I answer, yes. I am still there trying to escape. So them have we not bind politically, socially, all of them you can think of, them have we not bind. When we look on the sisters them, you know the black family, we can't talk about black family again. Because that's done with now. It's a new age. The black family is a little boy, a woman, and an iPad. That is what is the black family now. Because everybody get addicted to this little rectangular thing. Can you believe that? People sit down amongst one another around a dining table and in between chewing. And nobody not talk to nobody. Unless them say something and say, weird, watch out. Rotted. Everybody have, what is it that you cannot wait for a conversation round the table or for eating your dinner? What is it that you cannot wait to do? What do you think will happen on the rectangular little thing that you're going to miss out on? Because people sleep with them cell phone and them iPad. And in the middle of the night, them wake up, go to the bathroom, come back and turn it on. What do you think will happen? You mean the world going to end and you don't know? You're going to look on it and say, right, the world end. The world end? And I look outside and say, the world end. What the hell is wrong with black people? How them get you to do that? How did they get we to do that? How did they get we to pass a store and look in the store window and see a mannequin with a tear-up jeans and go into the store and buy the tear-up jeans? Look how much clothes we have in our closet as black people we never used to wear. When I was a child, if my pants have on a little tear, my mother said, where you going with that? It's shame you want to shame me? Come in, make us stitch it up. No. People go buy a tear-up jeans like them is construction worker. especially the female them. And these sisters want to be so extraordinary that them start at the knee, you know. Remember I said the knee, it start one at a time, you know. Yeah, everybody did a walk with them knee out the door, you know. No. Black woman, a walk around with jeans. It come like it's a denim panty them have on. Anywhere them can tear for make more up here so sure, them do it. How them get to do that? How them get to cut off wear and buy made in China here? How we have on, how black people get to the stage now where we don't like we hear again. But we go into a store and say, here that people, like in barbershops in India, and this is not no joke, in barbershop in India, women who cut them ear and it drop, the barbershop owner heap it up and carry it to a special place where the women sit down and weave it and then send it to a next place and then sell it and then it reach your head. How them get to do that? Tear up G, this is princess, and after me don't tell you no sound a queen and princess, a empress. Me see my empress, queen, daughter of Zion, come out in a tear up clothes and enough of them ear. How them get you to pluck out your eyelash and put in false eyelash? What the hell is that? You mean say the God where you worship never know where him did that do? That everything we give will make you look beautiful. You decide say you're going to have something false if you replace it. Oh, them get to feel inject with bottom and I pump it up. It's what it is. Rasta, I talk to the Rasta man them. Watch how now go to bed with the man, you know, because you know, you could have said slumptious. Nice, what call it to them? And your sister mentioned Kim Kardashian a while ago. One of them looking woman there. And when you wake up, it's a different woman. Because by the time she go to the bathroom and take off everything, there's nothing left. She could be anorexic or something like, I mean, really. Oh, them get black people to do these things. Normally, that's become normal. How them get you if you have bleach your skin so? And here's the problem with the bleach in the skin now. Women who burn them hair, press them hair, cream them hair, are costume and touch bleach. What is the difference between a woman who have bleach and a woman who have burn out her head, press out her head? No difference, not there. It's just because one now is more socially acceptable. Why you hear people that say, like a burn your woman can look at them and say, why you bleach? You don't think say, why you want it to look white? Then why you take out the kink out of your ear? You don't want it to look white? Because what is the difference? We're in a serious problem. Love for self get lost. Love for self get lost. 3 monkeys sat on a coconut tree, discussing things as they are said to be. Said one to the other, now listen you two. There's a certain rumor that can't be true. That man descended our noble race. This very idea is a big disgrace. No monkey ever deserted his wife, nor her baby and ruined her life. And you never known a mother monk to leave her baby causing it to bunk, nor pass them on one to the other, till they scarcely knew who was their mother. Yeah, the monkey speaks his mind. Now here's the next thing you will never see. A monkey building a fence around a coconut tree, forbidding all other monkeys to come and taste. This very idea is a big disgrace. Now if I build a fence around a tree, starvation will cause you to steal from me. Yeah, the monkey speaks his mind. Now here's the next thing a monkey won't do. Go out at night and get in a brew. Nor use a gun, a club, or a knife to take another monkey's life. Yes, man descended the worthless bum, but my God, brothers, from monkey he did not come. There's enough things happening to the African family. And we need to get a grip of what is happening. We can't just go on so and choose somehow we can maintain ourselves at a certain level. We forget about the others. Because if one man is free and the others are not free, no man can truly say that he's free. Because the freedom of one is dependent on the freedom of all. That is what we are talking about when we say love. Love starts within. There's a poet say, and when you love, you shall not say the Lord is in my heart, but I am in the heart of the Lord. Because there's nowhere you can go that the Lord is not. Some people look up and say, Lord, if God is omnipresent and omniscient, why are you looking up so? And I talk about him soon come back. Come back from where? If your philosophy say that him is everywhere, or you're looking up for him and hoping that him going to come back one day, irrational thinking manifests in irrational behavior. And that is what's happening when we say, even Rasta get caught with it. Yeah, Rasta, Rasta get caught with them things there because he want to turn Haile Selassie into Jesus! That never happen. Haile Selassie stand by himself. Haile Selassie is a real person. We don't have to add nothing and subtract nothing. You cannot make Haile Selassie greater or lesser than what Haile Selassie is. So when we say Emperor Haile Selassie I, we don't have to call nothing else. We don't have to talk about even Jah. Because Jah is a bastardization of Yah. And it's the only part of the Bible you see, Psalm 68, extolling that right up the name as Yah. And I don't know now because every time I hear somebody say Jah, I wonder if it's Haile Selassie him talk, and I realize it's not Haile Selassie him talk when him say Jah. It's just him want to sound hip with it. Yeah man, Jah, Ra, Jah. Them don't want to say Haile Selassie. I am appealing to the Rastafari brethren and sisters, you know. When I'm not talking about anything as it relates to nature and God and thing, just call the name Haile Selassie. Because it will confuse up the people them more who want to be confused, who don't want to say Emperor Haile Selassie. Because that is what Rasta deal with. When I deal with Muslim or Islam, no, if they want to deal with that, we don't deal with that. You understand? It's so many leaves, it's just one tree. So many rivers, just one sea. So if we choose, if we say Haile Selassie, we don't want to add nothing upon it. Some people say, Lord of Lords, King of Kings and things. We understand all of them physical manifestation of titles and things, but that don't make him greater. That don't make him lesser. And you have to say, Haile Selassie, in you. That is where Haile Selassie reach now. Because someone tell you about Haile Selassie, so come back. Come back from where? Come back from where? When you say hi, you see Haile Selassie hi. At the side there, you know. At the side there. There is no coming back nowhere like you want to talk about Jesus. You can come back. Waiting on Haile Selassie to come back. Come back from where? Some people want to imagine, say, Haile Selassie is over there, and Haile Selassie is in some mountain in Ethiopia, Haile Selassie is this and that. That is imagination. I don't know who Haile Selassie is already. You can't take that from I. No Christian, no Muslim, no Islam. And I appreciate and I love the concepts we I hear coming from certain denominations. But you see, every man find his own vine and his own fig tree. And we as black people did want something to liberate us. And Leonard O will come and say, no more King George going to work for I. the emperor of Ethiopia going to work for I. So we hold fast to that liberation because Rastafari is a black power organization or movement with a spiritual nucleus. I'm going to say that again and make some people get mad with me. When Leonard Howell did hail Haile Selassie, it's because we were searching for something that can really liberate us from colonialism, slavery, and white supremacy. So, we say, Rastafari movement is a black power movement with a spiritual center. And that center is how I and I conceptualize this man named Haile Selassie. Now coming back and go to where I work with. So I say Alfonso son of over there, so it really means at time I come off. So we give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time and the energy, and we say, yes, Rastafari.